Hi, I'm Carol Reve. Just wanted to do a little chat about OnPassive. Um, it's if you haven't seen um, the latest roundtable where Ash Mufareh comes on, I really encourage you watch it and listen to it, take notes. I would listen to it a few times. I was there for the live and I watched it for the live. There was a couple times when I had to leave and I had to come back. And I tell you, when you leave for even if it's just like 20 minutes and then you come back, inevitably it's always some of the most important stuff that you miss. And I mean, there's so many things with Unpassive that are so far over my head, like the data center. And this is just going to be me sharing some of the thoughts. I'm so excited about Unpassive and so excited and grateful and thankful for Ash Mufareh and the tech team and everything that they've done. And I'm grateful to God for bringing Unpassive here. And I know it's by the grace of God and only by the grace of God that it's gotten as far as it has. And well, like I was saying, the something like the data centers is, you know, I had no clue as to what one was. And the fact that, you know, it wasn't supposed to be done for, a long time that when he had first started sharing. And now, um, this Friday or around there, we're supposed to hear about around about when the first one's going to be done. And And I know, of course, it takes the data in that. And I've also heard um, Chris Johnson had said this with the at the roundtable that Facebook, when they first started, they started with a few thousand, and it went to 1 million, and they went to 10 million and beyond, and then when they got up to 1 billion Facebook users, and this is just social media platform, when they got to 1 billion Facebook users, they opened their own data center, and their data center could hold 1 billion people. Well, guess what? And this was years down the road. Well, guess what? Passive is starting with the data center, and it's going to be a data center that can handle 1 billion people with everybody having an application open at the same time, and it won't crash. Now, and this is, like I said, this is a lot of this is over my head, so please go and listen to it yourself. Or, the tech teams. There's so many webinars. There's so many different uh, webinars and roundtables and discussions that are open, and you can go in and ask questions. The Monday roundtable is one of my favorites. Um, just I just love going and listening to the questions, listening to, of course, the updates and what's going on, because inevitably, there's always a question that that is asked that I had, or maybe that somebody I know had and asked me. Um, and it just always is so helpful. Sometimes I didn't even know that I had a question about something, and somebody will ask and make a point across, and they're always very informative and very helpful. So, yeah, and also, OnPassive has done they updated the OnPassive website. Go to onpassive.com and take a look at the new website. It's really sweet. That's all I gotta say. It's sweet. And And here's a little tidbit that I kind of caught on to a little bit. I'm kind of proud that I caught on to a little bit of something that Ash kind of slid in there. And he says that in another couple weeks they'll be changing it and it'll be another, you know, a different website. They'll change the OnPassive website again. And it'll be like every couple weeks, and then it'll go down to a week. They'll change the OnPassive website, and then it'll go down to every 3 or 4 days, and then it'll go down to every day. The OnPassive website will change. Well, do you remember when they were talking about once we're near launch and going into launch into the global one, which we're already in the process of launching. Everything that we're into, oh my gosh, we're in the process of. It's just coming in, it's coming in waves, is what it is. And so we're already launching. But one of the things is that everyone is going to get a website, a new website every day. And there it is. There's your OnPassive website. That it's right now going to be changing every 2 weeks. Then it's going to go down to a week, and then eventually it's going to get down to every day, just like he said. Every day your OnPassive website will change. Well, you can go into your back office, go to ofounders.net. If you haven't been in there in a while, ofounders.net, log in, go to my links, and then link number 51 in OnPassive is the new replicated site that has the new OnPassive website, and you can use that. Um, there's so much info on it. Oh my gosh. Uh, New SEO, new, you know, it's just oy, the branding that's being done in Burj Khalifa and all throughout Dubai with all the marketing, all the events that are going on in the US and that's going to be going on in India and going to be going on in other places, offices opening up, you know, besides in Dubai. Of course, we had Hyderabad and Singapore, and all these things are just like amazing. It really is. But I really encourage you to go back and to listen to, even if you go to listen to as Marty DeGarmo broke it down, you can either listen to the entire webinar or he broke it down to where just Ash comes on and you can just listen to Ash. You know, do what you have to stay plugged in. There's there's only really a couple things we need to do. And that's just to be patient, okay? Be patient and which is also staying positive at the same time too. So I don't know if you want to count that as a third time. But then the other thing is just staying plugged in, and that's how you stay positive is by staying plugged in. How can you not be positive about this? I mean, the ecosystem is done. The ecosystem is ready, and he's got physical products that are being worked on that are going to be patented that are going to make a difference in humanity, that are going to make a difference that, you know, 8 billion people are going to be able to use. And just, you need to listen to the webinar because when he goes into talking about some of that, of the products, and everything we've gotten, and the one-time cost that we're going to pay once it does open to the public, once we come to the phase in our launch where it opens to the public, that one-time cost was just for the ecosystem. He never talked about products. He never talked about, you know, our wealth growing from any of these products or the, you know, even if that's included. I mean, the ecosystem alone is enough to blow you away with all the tools, with all the products, the companies, the it's unicorns inside a mother of a unicorn called impassive. So it's incredible. And to listen to that one part where he talks about the product that has passed, which to me is saying that what they tested it to do, it does. And now it's just got to go probably through red tape. But that's just my understanding, my belief. And you know, I know I'm excited about impassive. If you're not, you need to listen to the webinars or that. Listen to Ash Mufareh. Listen to this last one. If you don't listen to anything else, listen to the last one. Listen to it a few times of what he's talking about. I mean, it's incredible. Everything that's coming true and I have a hard time I have a hard time doing the videos because I'm kind of uncomfortable with the videos. And now I'm having a harder time because I'm speechless. I have no words to express everything that ONPASSIVE does, everything that ONPASSIVE means to me, and what it's going to mean to my family. You know, I've done network marketing for a little bit, and so I really haven't talked too much to my family about it. And that's why I got into ONPASSIVE, like almost a couple years ago, was for network marketing because I needed help advertising. No matter how much you advertise, it's never enough. No matter, you know, if the systems fall apart, the advertising you end up paying for sucks. It's just awful. And I went to OnPassive looking for advertising, something that actually was really done for you. Normally, when things are done for you, it's garbage tools and products, old, outdated stuff, and it doesn't include advertising, and that's the most expensive of it all. And it's on Passive's marketing platform was basically, and it was like it was small at that time was all it was. It's it's so much more. It's so much more than anything I ever had a clue of. And we still are finding out more things all the time about it and how, you know, how many, and now it's not just that it's products, but it's products that are going to change our way of life. And it's like, oh, well, that's a very big thing to say. Well, yeah, that's a very big thing to say. But if there's one man that I would trust that would say it and would back up what he says, is Ash Mufareh. Everything that I've seen in these couple years that I've been with on Passive, everything he said has come through, and to the point now to where he began, it's bigger now than what it was. It's better now than what it was. If he changes anything, it's to make it better. And it's not to make it better for him, it's to make it better for humanity. I mean, he could have launched on Passive last year and been a multi-billionaire all by himself. or trillionaire or whatever. But that's not enough. It's not the money. It's the change in humanity, the bettering humanity. And all founders are feeling that too. I heard, um, I heard Marty DeGarmo, and I love him when he talks about the bite me. You don't, if you don't believe, if you doubt, then just move on. Don't, you don't. If Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the two offices in the Burj Khalifa and all the advertising in Dubai and the offices and all, you know, it doesn't show you, then, you need to move on. You know, it's it's like we don't even really need any more founders. We really don't. And I've always said, and I think most, if not all of my videos, most of the videos, to get back to the person that introduced you, but you know, you don't have to. If you're doubting on passive, then don't. Because if everything that has been shown is not enough, then don't. Just wait until it launches. Wait until it's, you know, front and center, and you know and then if you are a founder and on passive, and this is mainly for you, this is mainly for you, all you have to do is watch that roundtable, this last roundtable one with Ash Mufareh talking. Listen to what he's talking about, how he's protecting on passive, the compliance, the attorneys, the, you know, all the governments involved in this, all all the, you know, the legal, like I said, the not just an attorney, but legal departments all through, you know. Listen to Ash and how he's protecting it. But he's also he has compassion and caring for the founders. He really does. He really does. And that's incredible to know. So we're in a good place. You're in a good place. So I don't know why people are stressed about it. I mean, we're not making a monthly payment. You know how much money and other things that, promised, they promised the moon and then they don't do nothing, and it cost a lot of money in some of these things. The founder's fee was a one-time $97 that you've spent. And look at everything, look at the position that you have. Look at the position that everyone is going to be in. I mean, he also went in and that to talking about um, commissions. You know, once you understand the scope of it and you understand, the ecosystem and what he's got, and then the products and the things, and then the unpassive wallet that you can literally put in to, you know, businesses like Chris Johnson has said, and wipe out MasterCard and Visa because they're not the fee's not going to be. MasterCard and Visa takes billions away from companies throughout the year. I mean, look at everything that you have with passive. I mean, in it to win it. There's one part where some programs, some things that I've been in, will say, "Oh, the sky's the limit." You know, with passive, it's not the sky's the limit. with ONPASSIVE, the sky's the beginning. The sky is just the beginning of it. We've started we've started where most companies don't ever even reach in their very best years. Anyways, I'm continuing on a little bit more than I thought. This was supposed to be just a brief one, but I hadn't talked about ONPASSIVE in a little bit, and I really love that roundtable. Love Ash Mufareh and everything that he had said. And we're in a good place. We're in such a good place. And life as we know it is going to change, not just for the founders. I mean, by the time you watch this, the founder position may be gone because I don't think it's close. And a reseller of the IT product, which is what all founders are going to become anyways. The reseller of an IT product, you're going to be in a good position. You're going to be in a really good place. You really are. You really are. You're in a good place. So I think that's all I wanted to talk about for now. So, anyways, um, we need to just stay patient. We're not doing anything anyways. I mean, it's Ash Mufareh that has all the work. The tech team that's doing all the work. The people in Dubai in the offices. All we have to do is be patient and wait. That's hard. I admit. I admit it. It's hard to be patient, but that's it. Just be patient and wait and stay plugged in. If you're getting discouraged about, if you feel like you're getting discouraged about ONPASSIVE, if you're starting to question, is it ever going to launch? Is it ever going to, if you're starting to think that and you're starting to feel that way, you need to listen to that roundtable. And the commission thing, you need to understand, listen to just one of the products is going to be that he talks about. He goes over it a little bit. And that will explain and describe to you the scope of what ONPASSIVE is. You don't need to talk about commissions or what, it don't matter. We are in such a good place. It's taken care of. It's a done deal. It's The question is, you need to be setting out your plans on what you're going to do when it does open, when it does reach the process part of the launch where it goes to the public. What are you doing from there? Who are you going to reach and touch and affect? How are you going to lift up humanity? That's what my thoughts have been and continue to be. And I hope yours are too. And just stay plugged in and go to any of the webinars, ask questions. If you're a founder, make sure it's founders webinar so that you can ask questions and that you don't have to worry about anything proprietary. Don't do anything to jeopardize your founder position, okay? Your founder position is worth your weight in gold, if not more, okay? So don't do anything to jeopardize it, okay? So stay happy, stay blessed, We are all blessed and highly favored, and we have the Lord God Almighty on our side. Believe it because it's true. Okay? Take care.